A bit of a change of pace. We do have a guest with us that'll be bringing us the best of 3 series with me tonight, and that is none, of course, other than Jabbo. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Komodo? Thank you for having me on.
Well, guys, for tonight, we are going to be seeing Paradox versus ISleep, of course. So that'll be the teams that we will be witnessing in this best of 3 series. The maps have been chosen already. We are just waiting for the players to connect on into the server. But before we do that, I have a little bit of a peeking into the bracket where we have a little bit of an interesting one this week. We actually do have the matches split over tonight and tomorrow. It was originally all going to be over on Thursday night, as you guys are aware, usually for the LPL Pro season. But a bit of a change up for the ISleep boys, asking if they can bring it over to tonight, and that's all good under the hood. So it'll be the lower bracket. Week 6 best of 3 tonight, and then Vertex versus Rooster will be played tomorrow. So winner of this and loser of tomorrow's match will be going through to the semi-finals, and then the winner of that one will be facing into the grand final against the winner of the Vertex and Rooster tomorrow with that one map advantage as well. So that one should be interesting, to be honest with you guys. But of course, tonight, ISleep versus Paradox. Jabbo, do you wanna reveal the maps?
Yes, I do indeed. First of all, I'm completely interested in this matchup. Paradox, ISleep, I feel like they're on the same tier at the moment in its current state. The end of the season's coming to an end. But the maps, Dust 2 we're starting off on. Very aim-heavy map. Paradox, they did just lose their IGL. And I'm pretty sure they're bringing in Versa to IGL for them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Versa will be filling in for them tonight. It's not announced as of yet, I don't believe. But yes, he'll be the substitution in the team today.
Yes, I did see something on Twitter about that. But for him, Dust 2, IGLing, subbing in, they actually have a pretty good chance on that map. So I'm assuming that's why they picked it.
Yeah, and it kind of also brings form for me, remembering him on the Trident roster as well. They were pretty decent on the Dust 2. They'd always loved playing that one when they had Step Madara as well. Taking on the reins. So always like Dust 2 when it comes out to those boys. Hopefully we can see Paradox kind of transition over to Dust 2 as well to take on ISleep, formerly MC.
Yes, formerly MC. Unfortunately, they are moving on to new things, but ISleep still continue with their roster and still trying to make things work. But you never know what's going to happen after the season ends.
That is 100% correct.
Could be the mighty shake-up of the AUCS scene. No spoilers, but big things coming in.
The last time these two guys played each other, it was on Mirage, and the one before that was on Dust 2. Now it went up on Mirage 16-14, and Dust 2 was 16-13 over towards ISleep. So it's gonna be quite interesting on what the result of this one will be. If we have to throw in some predictions for Dust 2 specifically, I would probably be saying around 16-12 to Paradox. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
Honestly, it depends on the individual players. This is going to come down to all aim. They got substitutes. ISleep is sort of a broken roster. I'm looking at Dirty and Moe to pop off. Tot, if he can have a good game, they're obviously going to, storm this map. But Paradox, they're a bit more of a, inclined team to take this map out, but we will see. I reckon I'm going to lean towards ISleep 16-13. If not, we're going OT.
Oh, you reckon you're throwing in overtime in there? All right. Well,
it's going to be close.
The last time Paradox did actually play on Dust 2, like the actual last time, was against Incept in 16-7. They won. Ooh. So that wasn't too long ago. It was toward the start of March. But of course, they did have Lukey on that that lineup as well, so not having Versa. So I'm very interested to see what the boys are going to be able to do in this one, after what we witnessed last week as well. So it'll be quite interesting. But then drawing upon the point of Nuke, right? It's a map pick to come out from ISleep. They currently don't have the good standings on that map, unfortunately. They've taken it very overtime. So we saw it against
5 maps with 20% win rate.
Yeah, so 1 out of 5, they ended up beating Amy in one of the other leagues, which the Amy roster is that sort of drawn together roster of your Ein, Plix, Floor, JJ, and Val.
Yep.
And the one before that, they faced off against the Chiefs, where they lost in a couple of overtimes 22-20. So it'll be very interesting to see kind of how they're going to be able to tackle onto Nuke. If you do have a look at Nuke for Paradox as well, they've only played it 3 times. However, they've got 2 wins on it, both nearly into the overtime. 16-14 against the Chiefs, and then 19-16 against Airborne. So if you tackle on against the Chiefs kind of verdict for both of these teams, where they both tackled Chiefs, Paradox beat them, ISleep lost on them, but in overtime, it's kind of very narrow, and it'll lead into a very interesting map, I believe.
Especially, I would like to add on to that, the fact that they have Versa on Nuke this time. Last time, when it went to those close overtimes and they won them, those 3 maps, they had Lukey IGLing. This time they're going to have Versa, and Nuke is a very team-based heavy map, unlike Dust 2, real aimy, real puggy. It's going to be a really interesting game, so I reckon ISleep do have the advantage there, especially if those overtimes against Chiefs. They're going to be looking pretty good on Nuke, but I'm really interested to see how it goes.
I think what I'm more interested to see is, can Versa kind of still, sort of fit in with this Paradox roster? He had the good standings in the last time, and he's a player that I've known for a very long time. I used to play with him back in the day, so I have big respect for Riley. I've seen him kind of bring himself up in Counterstrike, so it's great to see him playing at this level as well.
From the bottom to the top, exactly. You love to see it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be very interested to see if he can continue to, I guess, mesh with the boys. The Paradox boys are kind of not as an emotional team as I feel that the Chiefs are, but I feel that they are a very kind of a team that if the emotion can get the better of them, you can sort of hit them in a slump. And we saw that previously when they were on the SYF roster lineup, where they were very close to folding, and now it's kind of gone over into this Paradox side. They're starting to, continue to go on. I think Ecol's one of those players that is the glue for this team. So hopefully, in Versa getting, picked up, substituting in for this one, if he can also be the massive addition to this roster that they need to really shine forward. I think this matchup right here is going to be a big tell. Just specifically looking at the lineup of your ISleep boys, right? They are a team where they've got some big, old dog names as well. The experience behind them is phenomenal.
Ferg
and they're starting exactly, and they're starting to really come together as well. You're looking at your Tot to absolutely pop off. He's one of those players that I've kind of been keeping my eye on this roster as well. You can always ask Moe to perform with that AWP, the other guys as well to perform with the knowledge and the positioning, but when it kind of comes over toward it for who's that individual rifle player that you kind of think towards, it'll be Todd, right?
Yep. If not Dirty, 100%. He is a well-rounded, versatile player. He can pop off, and especially in the last couple of series and the other leagues that they're playing, he's played phenomenal. I remember 2v4 against, I believe it was that Plix team. They were holding Dust 2, and it was Dirty and Ferg, 2v4 on B side, and it somehow ended up winning it from Tunnel and Window. Both those two alone. Dirty got the 3k, Ferg got the 1k, and it was just an insane hold on that retake there from Plix's team. So yeah, really looking forward to those two popping off, Tot and Dirty.
So if you had to give a full prediction for tonight's best of 3, what are you thinking?
I reckon we're going 3 maps, but I'm going to give the edge to Paradox.
You're going to give the edge to Paradox?
If Versa is able to control his team well.
Right. So I'm kind of agreeing with you 2-1, but on the same thinking, if Dust 2 goes the way of Paradox very quickly, and I'm saying quickly as in anything less than 16-10, I think they'll take it 2-0. Anything more, I think that will go all 3 maps.
I 100% agree with that, actually. They'll have that momentum going to Nuke, but don't disregard ISleep's Nuke. Very, very well played, very, very well formed on it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I agree with that statement with you. Either if it's a quick Dust 2, we're definitely going 2-0. But if not, strap in your seatbelts, lads. It's going to be a long night.
And I think Inferno is the kind of map that you'd be expecting in this best of 3 as well. It's one of those maps where if you don't see it in a best of 3, it's most likely of being that first veto, which is very rare. You chalk that up to being, your Vertigo and the actual Dust 2, which is very surprising to see that the Vertigo and Dust 2 weren't the, those both maps gone straight away. It was Paradox banning Vertigo, but ISleep banning Train. So I kind of like that as well. I like playing Train. I like watching Train. I like casting Train.
I love watching Vertigo and casting Vertigo.
Well, Paradox on Train, ISleep on Train. Doesn't feel like they want to do it right now, which is understandable, I guess.
100%. Considering Paradox have Versa and ISleep, they're testing the waters with this sort of edgy little roster. They got, I don't know what's really happening with them, or if they're going to continue after the season or whatnot. They've just picked up Dirty. You know, they're still trying to mesh things together. I'm always trying to hold them together. Noisia needs to go big in some of these games. So,
and it's also one of those things as well. You look at ISleep's usual vetoes, it will be your overpass or your train. But guys, we are getting the game underway now. I am seeing currently that the players are all ready to go. So we'll go ahead and switch on over into the game. It of course is going to be ISleep versus Paradox on map number 1 here in Dust 2.
yeah, we have Paradox starting off on the T side. Versa, the IGL, is getting armor, so doesn't look like he's going to be the IGL utility player. But aside that, Bedonka has the P250 Smoke Flash, the same setup, Smoke Flash P250, and on the side of ISleep, the CT side, they got the CZ Smoke, Double Flash Kit on Noisia.
And right now, it is just the feelers being put out by Paradox as well. You always love to see the utility being brought up, and I'm expecting a couple of one-taps to come out from these P250s. I've seen Bedonka be very sharp in the recent days as well, leading up to this matchup. So I'll put him in the high string hopes for this pistol round, although it's kind of not looking to be the shaky way right now. Dirty on that CZ75 will take a pick onto Bedonka only after Herbs had found Moe, and it's looking like Paradox, they want to trickle that up toward the A-bomb site.
Yeah, 4 people on Cat here. Looks like they have the smoke. 2 smokes and a flash, so they could easily execute the A-bomb site here. 2 players are long as well, so this will be a free A-bomb site, which they're going to do. Capitalize off this very well. CT smoke and a short smoke goes out. Flash over. It's actually a double CT smoke. They're going to fight the long guy here. He's just definitely going to fall off. They don't want to challenge that, lose a player. Dirty's going to clear out long, make sure the flank is clear, and then they're going to continue with this retake.
And they got the flank coming up from Ferg on short as well. A couple of missed shots from the Paradox boys as Ferg does pick up Eco. Good to pin the bomb down, but Herbs, he needs to find both of these headshots quite cleanly. Gonna add some assistance from Versa. It's actually gonna be Inno to steal it away. So the ISleep boys, they do know exactly where the Paradox members are looking to mount out this retake from. The bomb will be tapped away. There is a kid on the floor. We saw it in the hands of Noisia before, but Dirty, he's pushing the plays. And he'll find both of the picks.
Oh my god, I don't know if you're spectating, but Dirty hit a amazing one-tap running with the CZ going up ramp, threw that smoke down on Cat and not on the bomb, which was a perfect play. The bomb just gets a fuse in time. ISleep pick up that pistol round, but props to Dirty. Amazing pistol play with that CZ.
Yeah, he just had to push the aggression for that one. A 4K in the end it was, if I am reading that right as well. A couple picks up through, well, what, the first one through mid, and then the rest on them picked up through short. So yeah, quite nicely done indeed. It will lead into the T's forcing up though, however, because they did get that bomb plant down. A lot of Mac 10s and a
Mac 10 rush B. 3 kills, all headshots. Oh my god, the molly. Versa does get one for his team, but I don't think that's going to be enough. There's still 4 players of ISleep ready to take them out. The bomb is down in the open, and Bedonka with that scan and Glock isn't really going to help to no avail to bring this towards Paradox.
Yeah, burning away, that's a lot of damage already being collected upon the Paradox boys. Versa, good for one in the end. Noisia to clean it out and get himself a couple of frags on the board as well. I get the attempt from Paradox, they get the bomb down. They rendered the CTs down to only 2 players in the end and force up in that one. But the B rush, not really, 100% expected from ISleep, but of course they can have that in the back of their minds. Ferg able to shut that one down, and that pretty much spelled the round over toward ISleep. It is just going to be these upgraded pistols for Paradox. No real utility behind it, no armor as well. You're probably going to be expecting Bedonka to pop flash out through mid B and all the boys on those pistols just to explode out, see if they can find anything.
Let me add on there for that B rush there for Paradox. Ferg, amazing hold. Smoke, molly, nade, and they got 3 MP9 kills, and then the last few kills with MP9. So they're just building money here. Moe with another 3K with the MP9. The bang for ISleep is just building and building, losing barely any players, and the players they're losing have MP9s, not rifles. Actually, there is an M4 on the ground there. But yeah, lastly, Echo with the deagle armor. He's going to get mollied out. Will it be another MP9 kill? Turns around and takes him down. Another great round there for ISleep.
just some decent damage collected on by Paradox as well on the back of that one. You know, you're just waiting for them to get their big purchase up, especially into these Kriegs that we know the current meta to be. And it's actually going to be 5 of them as well. So I don't know if I like this one. It is kind of one of those interesting predicaments. It's going to be the rotation and the walking out through towards long for the current time. I'd love to see Ino find a bit of an opening here.
Yeah, also on the ISleep side, they've got another warp here, so they are ready to combat Krieg's flash gets 2. Beautiful flashes though from Ino, but end up working out. Now 3v4 here for the Paradox team. We still have that player in pit though, just hiding. That's Noisia. Can he says you can pick up, he can. And on the outside of the map, another kill. Big damage there onto RPZ, but isn't able to clean that flag up. Now 2v2 situation.
Yeah, and I pretty much put the favorability into ISleep at this point. They have shut down a lot of that momentum from Paradox. They were trying to get out through long right now as well. They don't really have too much utility to play with. Just these 2 smoke grenades. They're going to have to be heavily reliant upon their rifle aim right now. Eco up on the plat. We'll be finding out. So can he render the frag? Yes, he can. Picking it up. 1 versus 2 now in favor of the Paradox boys. They have to be expectant of Dirty to be the rotation player as well. But do they know he has that AWP? He hasn't found a pick in this round with it just yet. He walks straight into the crosshairs of Ecol. First round on the board for Paradox after a bit of a shaky start, but they do look to recover nicely.
Yeah, went out long there with the flashes. Good trades there. Noisia was a double kill, but obviously Paradox came off with that beautifully. Ended up very well. And the ISleep economy, although they got that MP9 build up with that money, not looking too good. They got a couple MP9s, a couple of CZs. They're going to force it up. We'll see how it goes with the Kriegs and the York on the T-side for Paradox, but what a great round for Paradox there to bring it back.
Yeah, you just look to see Paradox pull it out a little bit of the feel of play in this one, try to figure out the exact purchase to come out from ISleep. You know, they'll be looking for the very close engagements right now. You got the MP9s, which can punch out a lot of damage very close. You got the CZ75, $500 by the way, can definitely pick up a very quick frag. Utility deployed down through mid B. Ino will know that the insta smoke will spell a little bit of presence from the ISleep players just there, but they're not going to look to overextend. They've got a lot of time to play with on the clock right now, and it'll be interesting to see if ISleep go for a little bit of a boost over this smoke, which they are looking to do.
Oh,
will they catch anything?
He is expecting to start spamming the wall. They know that they're playing close here mid, so I'm assuming they know their 4 sport, but I do like this 3 setup in mid, the 1 holding long, 1 holding B. That means Cat and A is completely open for the Paradox team to take at their free will. But it's just up to Versa what he's going to do with this bomb and where they're going to end up. 45 seconds remaining though for the Paradox team. They've got to get a move on here.
Well, they do have the utility to throw out on towards the bomb side, a couple of flashbangs, but with the pushed aggression from ISleep, it'll be Ino capitalizing on 2. Information on some more. Unfortunately, he doesn't find that pick, and it actually breeds a bit of a window for Noisia to pick up another one. 30 seconds now. The bomb is making its way through tunnels out to B, which, in the aspect is okay. You know, Noisia's got a couple of picks of Krieg. They might even just look to hold that off into the next round, because with that bomb going down on the B side especially, is going to play with the mindset of ISleep, and in getting that AWP, they'll want to move that over into the next round 100%.
And Badonka 100% just sold that fake. Even though Noisia got those 2 kills in mid, he went up short, and those 2 players from ISleep chased him up Cat and didn't go to the B-bomb site, basically just making them save. Badonka, beautiful work there, just running up short by himself and basically baiting the ISleep players to chase him and not go to the B-bomb site to chase the bomb down. So another perfect round from Paradox, deals with the 4 spy, but in regards to that, they now have an open SG in their hands. Which will
They'll
be
be liking that. They will definitely be liking that coming into the next round as well. Their money situation isn't the greatest, so whether or not they choose to force up behind it, Noisia can drop an M4 over as well to preferably Tot in this point. He's got the armor behind himself, so it is looking like they want to go for the investment. They're going to call a pause here as well, just to count out the money and see how they're going to buy into this.
Yeah, exactly. Cool attack. I like that from Ferg. Experience play. Obviously, not enough time. That 15-second free time to discuss the 2 guns you have. I'm pretty sure Moe had 3,100 for a rifle, and he dropped that over to Dirty. So they just had to figure out the money. Good use of one of the 4 tack timeouts, for sure.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they wanted to go for another one right now, just to kind of settle it down, because they will be facing against Paradox, who will have their purchase up behind them. They don't have an AWP for themselves, which isn't the end of the world isn't the end of the map as well, but of course you'd love to see them have one. They have to be very cautious of Moe though, I think, and actually they will be getting one. I missed that one, so Ekal's going to be on his AWP, which is going to be great to see him battle it out against Moe.
Here, making his way up far short, nothing's here to contest him. Easy entry frag onto Ferg, did not expect a player to be a cat that fast. 2 players here for longer, they have 3A ISleep overall, so Cat is open, mid to B is open, and not only a solo player on B, Echo has that flash ready for the pop out long, and they might look like Paradox are going for A split here. 3 long, 2 up short, let's see how this works out.
That'll be here, hearing the information. Catches Badonka looking the wrong way. He will be asking for his teammates to have a bit of assistance if at all possible, but they're going to have their eyes pried over towards short. Burst will find Tot. Noisia on the return to Inno as well. 3 versus 3. Very balanced right now in terms of the weaponry. Utility, though, slants it over to the side of Paradox. Moe peeking over towards short. He has to be very cautious of that one, but he lines up a frag onto Ekal. It's actually not a frag in the end. It's only a legging, which is very unfortunate because Ekal can still put in some great damage in this one. A HE grenade onto Herbs. He'll get finished off after he finds Moe. It's actually very awkward from Noisia. Makes it work in the end. 2 very low players now for Paradox. Once again, Dirty, the last one alive, coming in for a massive flank around long.
This could be an easy win. He's got the SG as well. He's going to need a free pick onto the guy on barrel. Easy done, and Echo low HP. Oh, he gets the kill over the smoke. Dirty, he was low HP on Echo, but ended up getting orbed through that smoke. Unlucky there on that 1v2 clutch, both low HP, but definitely could not pull it off. The force buy did not work out for ISleep and Paradox. They are looking on fire right now on this T side.
And I kind of would love to just see Badonka go straight down through towards mid to B right now with that Mac 10, although there is an AK on the floor, so he'll upgrade like, that one.
Sort of just like what Ian did on short, just ran up short and got that easy pick onto Ferg.
Yeah, well, we are seeing a stack on these pistols over towards that B bomb site right now. It'd be very interesting to see if any of the Paradox guys want to go out through tons, because if you look at this, the CTs are all starting to creep on through. Dirty's going to be lining it up with the CZ to see if he can find something. They're going to be pushing Herbs right on back. He's probably going to find maybe 1 or 2 here. That's all going to be at the trade on over. Dirty to get the creep, but that's information for Paradox. They're getting control out through long. They'll move the bomb over there.
Yeah, easily run over to A. He's gotten the information from LPZ. He's calling them many players have been at push tunnel, sorry. And yeah, they're just going to make that run to A. Easy bomb plan. They're going to save this SG, but Ferg and Noisia, what are they going to do? They're going to sit with Dirty to protect the SG, or are they going to go for some exit frags?
I think at this point in time, they don't really have the money to do so. You know, that ISleep's coming in with a purchase in the next round as well. So I think the right of play might just be to save over these weapons as well. You know, Herbs, he'll get a little bit of the win round money in his back pocket to get something. But if he wants to have the full purchase, he might even look to get a drop over from Inno just to get the full utility. Because I think, you know, at this point in time, Paradox, they are definitely going to be taking the lead here. But they, in their map pick, need to put in some more aggression to kind of keep ISleep back, because if you give them a bit of an opportunity, they'll definitely make a strong CT side contention in this half.
Especially having this SG on Dirty and this beautiful buy they're about to have on max loss bonus. You can already see the money for ISleep. 3 round, and now the bomb's gone off, their money has boosted, so they're going to have a beautiful buy, an AWP on Moe for sure, potentially a double AWP, but if not, Dirty has that SG. And yeah, this is it. Paradox, they really need to make their stamp on this map right here, because it is their map pick. It is the double AWP, Moe and Dirty, and they have that SG on Noisia, so this is going to be a good round here. Definitely a very important round for both teams. Won't break the economy for Paradox if they do win this round, ISleep, but whatever damage is done to either team, it's going to hurt for this half.
Yeah, I think at this point in time as well, we are just going to look to be a very slow play coming out from the Paradox boys. They got a little bit of the split defaults over towards long, and it'll be covered out by Versa at the current time, and then a couple players outside mid, a couple players in lowers as well, just trying to bait out a bit of presence from the ISleep guys, who do have utility in this round, of course. However, they don't have as much as Paradox, so they can just look to clear all these angles, very slowly get up through catwalk, try to clear all of these angles. Actually, I'd be very interested to see if Ferg wants to peek in front of Ekal's AWP, and it will be the case as well. That's kind of not what you like to see, in all honesty.
Well, Paradox, they knew that they would take a slow. Dirty, easy kill down WZ, just pushed in front of that smoke, getting that retrade for Ferg. But yeah, Paradox, they took that default slow because they knew that what they were coming up against, the double AWP and the SG. But yeah, Ferg, just a misplay, didn't expect someone to be posted up there on cat. But besides that, we have X2 coming out and say, so wants to noise and hold this one off.
He's going to be playing a head glitch angle. Perfect flashbang by Moe. It will render out Noisia to find the first pick in the round. Another one as well. This time thrown out by Tot. Noisia's just farming up a storm. Little by little. The T's starting to fall, and it's just down to Versa. In 1 versus 4. Position known as well. And Moe creeping with the AWP. Versa looking the wrong way. And that will be evening us up 4-4.
Easy shots there. 3 players alive for ISleep, which is perfect. They can drop 2 rifles over. Paradox here going to buy up, but with this is what the damage control is talking about. They have 1 buy in them, and if they lose this round, it's eco time. So if they get a couple of wins here, I mean, if they get this round win, ISleep, or a lot of guns taken out of the hands of Paradox this round, it's going to look real dicey for Paradox on their T side.
Eco, he'll be finding an offshot over towards B onto Dirty. It's going to spell a little bit of a rotation from Noisia. You can see the CT starting to shuffle through as well.
Definitely not what you want, losing that AWP right there. Bidonka, nice damage there onto Moe. He's crouch picking with the AWP through door. What res is he playing on to be able to see him through door like that? Doesn't end up getting that kill though, but the Paradox boys, 3 sitting outside long and 2 lower tunnel. I like the map control they have, all together, looking like a unit.
Well, Top's going to be here out long, blinded by the flash, lines up for 2. The AWP of Ecol is actually going to be echoing through as he misses the frag. He has to be very careful of the flanking player from Ferg coming up too long. He will capitalize by finding Tot, but he can't swing in time to find that one. So, man advantage for ISleep as they are on top of the bomb site of A. It's been spotted out as well. Before the bomb goes down, Inno will challenge. He'll find Ferg. Now it is onto the retake for Noisia and Moe, but do they choose to save it? They don't have any utility to go into this one, just a Molotov, and it's not, you know, that piece of utility that you want in a retake scenario. You want your smokes, you want your flashbangs as well. But up through short already,
yeah, no
Moe with that AWP, they might look like they go for it.
100% I'd go for it here. Ferg, miscommunication, did not expect them to be up on the A side. RPG, double flashed, oh my god, 2 headshots, or 1 headshot, but the double CZ spray down spells a disaster for ISleep as they are now on that reset and no money in the bank. But oh, they're gonna double up with the buy and force up. Interesting. Paradox have actually misread this with 2 MAC-10s, thinking that ISleep just got reset and they're gonna eco. It's gonna be a big surprise when these 2 AWPs and the Famouses and the MP9, sorry, come out for play. But 4 people here towards B. They have the AWP up close. Dirty gets 1. First, it's just Echo with the Khalil on top of the box, takes that Ferg, and that's the B bomb side for free. This force buy for ISleep has not worked out, but Moe can bring it back with that shot onto Inno, which he does. Now the 3v3 retake, this is it.
Yeah, I don't know if I really liked this purchase to come out from ISleep as well. Paradox having a little bit of a read, potentially, a little bit of a gamble that, and they might be forced up into it, or they might not be. And if they're on the pistols, just go straight rush into B. See if you can find something with that one. But now over towards that B-bomb side, as they did endeavor towards, they find it. They only lose 2 of their players as well, and they force ISleep back. They do pick up those AWPs that were in the round as well, so they will be moving those 2 AWPs into the next round, which is okay to see. But for Ferg and Dirty, you know, they're only going to have, what, some pistols behind this one. If there was no Tot in this round, you would still most likely see the force up, but if there was only 2 players surviving, you wouldn't see it in the next round. So there will be a buy to come out for ISleep right now on the back of this save. It'll just be interested to see what they shuffle over, because, you know, do they want utility on these AWPers, or do they buy weapons for Ferg and Tot?
I think Tot's going to drop a Famous off to one of the players.
Ferg and Dirty, I mean.
Tot drops the Famous. Will he pick one up himself? He does indeed. And, you know, he's still going to stick with that MAC-10 though. Noisia with the MP9. So 2 Famouses, double AWP, and the MP9. I'm just interested to see here what they're going to do. ISleep with this double AWP. Rush again. Ferg, the smoke follows. He has the spray down lined up for him. 2, 3. Can he hit the third one through the smoke? He's out of ammo. Dirty with the AWP backside. He gets the MAC-10. A 4th kill. The B-rush Paradox is not working out. It's all down to Echo, who's still in spawn watching that mid-cross. The force buy for ISleep works perfectly. What a hold from Dirty and Ferg.
Now it is just up to Eco. AWP in hand. He might have a little line of sight on towards any of these CTs if they do choose to peek in through tunnel. They've being very cautious, making sure that they do flash it out. But Eco, he'll find Tot. Can he line up the next one? He's being sneaky beaky like. He's crouching through in case there is a suspecting AWP player. He knows they're in the play for ISleep this time, but with the bomb securely on that B-bomb site, a minute on the clock still for Eco to potentially find something here.
I think Eco needs to save here. he can drop verse the next round and they can buy. But he wants that damage. He knows ISleep don't have that money to go into the next round. Interesting though. Bunch of smokes, bunch of nades. Echo thinks there's someone on the flank. They're gonna have that double up though, and the AK, so they're gonna be able to drop one on ISleep. If Echo saves us all, he'll be able to drop a rifle to Versa, and RPZ will be able to drop a rifle to Bedonka, and we'll have a full buy round, and it'll be 5-6 to ISleep. Looking pretty decent this half so far.
Yeah, and they've already got 6 rounds on the board as well, Paradox, so they'll be pretty happy with that regardless if it does go over to 9 for ISleep. But any more at this point for Paradox, it's just extra Christmas presents, you know? I'll be thrilled with it. So coming into the next round, there'll be a purchase. Herbs' money is going to skyrocket on the back of this round loss. They're going to keep the AWP from E-Cull, and he won't need a rebuy. He could drop over Versa if he wants to, but Versa will be able to purchase anyway. Oh no, they won't, sorry. He's already got that money. So yeah, it will be kind of interesting to see how they shuffle this one over.
Just want to point out as well on the Paradox side, Bedonka, the man we were looking to go off, is 1 in 9, 27 ADR. Not looking good at the start of this map. Maybe a slow starter. Hopefully he can pick it up going into the second half or to the end of this first half, but we really need him to pick it up regardless of Paradox are winning or not.
Now we just have a little bit of the slow one. You can see the Bedonka as well, as you mentioned that, not feeling it right now, will be giving the AK over towards one of his teammates as well. So I like that play. I like that he realizes he's not pulling in the good form right now. So maybe on the Deagle be a little bit of fodder to the CTs, get that information. But he's got the bomb in his hand, so they're going to play it respectively. They're going to play it slowly, see if they can get a little bit of an opening engagement as well. But for the time being, mid to B might be the play. They will have Dirty on the AWP watching the cross though, and if he finds a vertical flick here, I'll be instantly surprised. And it's not the big vertical that I was expecting, but vertical nonetheless. You'll find it, you know.
That was a beautiful shot from Dirty. Unlike Fer getting picked off from that short angle, Dirty holding that tight Xbox cross, and unfortunately for Inno, that pixel angle, the vertical flick, doesn't work out for him. Big pick there from Dirty, and now he's going to be scoped up on the B side by himself, which is a great setup for ISleep in this round. But Paradox still taking it slow, and they have 35 seconds remaining. Don't forget that. It looks like they really want to mid to B here because they have one upper B. So it will be the mid to B split here for Paradox. 30 seconds remaining. Util out. Dirty has the AWP, and we have Ferg on the pallets to the right, ready to take anyone out coming up the ramp. And this is it. 20 seconds remaining. Flashes out.
They'll see the flash come from the site. They do know there is another player here. Now Dirty will put that in stone, but in finding that second pick makes things all the more tricky for the Paradox boys to get this bomb down. What a little bit of time coming out through mid B. You're going to see Moe with that AWP with Noisia in tow. Tot coming in for the flank out through tunnels. And these are 2 remaining Paradox members have to be very aware of this as well. The flashbang through Herbs is going to be finding Noisia saving E-Cull as he manages to find one as well. Very close. They both miss, but there's a legging on through. The blood is splattered, and how is this not connecting? Moe is low, and we're finding the pick in the end as well. Add a little bit of BM for why not.
Shoot the body for missing the shot. Of course, that's what you got to do, get in the opponent's head. But Moe ends up taking that retake for ISleep, and the money for Paradox is shattered completely. But ISleep in the same position, not looking too good, and we're near the end of the half. So I think Paradox are going to do a half buy of pistol armor. They'll buy up for the second half round. But ISleep actually end up coming off nicely with this buy. They have the open 4 M4s and a lot of utility behind them. And Paradox, they're just going to full eco actually. They're not even going to pistol armor. Fast out mid here, try and get some get in their faces with the pistols, but it looks like they have registered what they're doing, and
there's a missed smoke as well, so that's not going to be good for them if they're wanting to put that smoke into good use. They're going to have to re-smoke it, which they don't really have the opportunity to do so because the CTs are all just finding out these frags right now, and it is E-Cull already very low HP. He's going to be rendered null and void. A very swift pick and round for ISleep. They'll have a purchase, of course, into this next one. They can re-get that utility as well. But over towards Paradox, this is a purchase that they need to find. You know, if they can get the 7th round here, it'll make their CT endeavors all the more smoother to look to take away their map pick.
Especially with that pistol round. That pistol round's going to be pivotal. These next 2 rounds and the pistol round will be the most important rounds of this game, and we'll probably predict who's going to take it out. But yeah, full buys across the board for both teams. Long being challenged by both teams. Moe with the AWP. Not blind, gets the flick shot. Second smoke he does on RPZ. Todd takes a little bit of damage. A flash out. Todd will he peek it? He does not. Paradox a bit more cautious here with this long peek, thinking Moe's around that smoke, but they're falling off. They're interested in this mid take, this cat take.
Yeah,
We also have, sorry to cut you off, we also have the long, the B push here. I think that's Dirty or Ferg. Push all the way through to T spawn. It's Ferg. So they can leave B open here. Dirty's gonna spot mid from the door, and they just gotta worry about long cat and mid to B. That's all it is. Beautiful setup here for ISleep.
And little by little, Inco will start to clear the site down itself. We do mention that Ferg is looking to hold down pretty much the whole of spawn right now as well. If Paradox do shuffle back over towards B, it's not the case. You can see that ISleep are putting the presence of 3 over on this A site right now. Starting to set up the utility.
Oh.
Is Ecol throwing an AU smoke as we usually associate to that one, so that is going to make things even more trickier for Paradox to get into this one. Moe is going to be Molotov'd off, and he's going to re-smoke it, go for a challenge. He finds one, it's massive. He will find it in the end, and the T's will fall. Burst up, the only member of Paradox to find a frag in the round, leading it too late for my liking in that one. And well, ISleep are going to be winning out this half no matter what, but do Paradox find this one to make it even closer? I did touch the point that, you know, 6 to 9 halftime scoreline will be all right from the T side, but in their map pick, they probably want this one.
Yeah, they do, especially closest to an 8-7. If they can pick this one with the Mac 10, Skalils, and the Deagle, that's amazing, phenomenal. They're going out fast mid to B. Let's see how this works. Noise. Great kill. They're not even looking. Second one, heading in. The 3 is through. Takes on heavy onto RPG. Oh, return damage. Takes Noisia down to 8 HP. It's the B split in full effect. Equal and LPL gets 2 kills. Dirty has the bomb. 2 players coming in from the B side. That's another one. Can he get a second? No, not. He cannot. It's a 2v2 now. This is it. Close rounds here. Both teams pivotal if they pick it up.
Yeah, you know that Inno is only going to go for the fake plant there because he's got a Mac 10. It'll make things very difficult for him to safely get it down. Its vulnerability as well with Tot coming through the smoke and tunnels. That'll be seen. Tot missing out. That's a massive whiff, if you ask me. Now it's going to be pivotal for Moe to find the very quick opening as well. You'd expect Herbs not to peek out behind the box. It looks like he might not even want to. Inno's getting very close to the B doors right now. The pulled pin of the utility not going to play with Inno as he cleans up the second one in the end. Paradox 7 to 8. Very respectable halftime scoreline for the T side.
That was a beautiful adjustment for Paradox with that force buy. Got in their face, that fast mid to B. Even though Noisia had that free kill with that smoke not down, and Badonka 1 in 13, they ended up making that force buy work for that 8-7 half. And Dirty, even though he got shot unfortunately, and Paradox, the gods are with them, they ended up taking that round with somehow some ability with those Mac 10s and Deagles.
Yeah, so now we'll be into the second half where Paradox on the CT side. Inno's going to be getting a bit of the utility, the kit as well. I think at this point, Badonka is a missing link for Paradox. If they want to extend on a lot more rounds, he will definitely have to find a lot of these early picks as well. Because if not, well, it's just a massive missing link. It's going to be very difficult if they don't.
100%. It's basically a 4v5 at that point. But never count out Badonka. He can pop off at any single time. He might end this half with 20 kills. You never know.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Ferg waiting at mid doors. Flashbang out. Not going to be blinding any of these CTs, but no, he's been known. He's been love tapped. And ISleep, they're not going to aggress with it as well. They're going to put the brakes on. They're going to look to move over towards the A-bomb site where they are starting to go all in tow. Versa, he'll move his line of sight over towards the catwalk. He will be seeing the info, seeing the people, but he can't correlate on the damage as he himself gets tagged down to 8 HP. A 5 versus 5 pistol retake coming in for Paradox. This is going to be a bloodbath.
It certainly is, especially with Versa getting dinked there. He should have gotten one on that cat cross. Unable to. They do have the kit though on Nino and a flash. Let's see what these pistols can do. Gets one traded out by Dirty with a double kill. Moe even chips in. RPZ with the headshot on the Ferg. Echo comes in from long. Wow, Moe with another one. Tap it's a 1v2 here for RPZ. Can he do it? He has the armor. No kit though. Taps it. He knows where both players are.
Herbs, why do you have your silencer off your USP right now?
If
you don't... I am very questionable onto Herbs right now. I need a pistol round potentially for Paradox to try and get this ball rolling on the CT side. However, you know, they are going to be forcing up into this one. They've got the scouts, they've got the Deagles as well. So tag and finish will be the play for Paradox. Over on the side of ISleep, they themselves have the scout in the hands of Moe. You know, the little more maneuverable AWP if he can find a headshot. It's not going to be the case for the early stages in this round.
I'm not gonna lie, I had full hope there with that non-silenced USP RPZ. Knew where they both were, but wasn't able to make it work. No, I did have full faith in that non-silenced USP though. Unfortunately, wasn't there for him.
Ferg's going to hear all this info as well, and that's going to spell a little bit of a disaster case for Badonka. He's not able to get into this game so far with the frags, and he's getting found out almost instantly as well. So you have to feel for him at this point. Moe's going to find Inno through the doors. The purchase up for Paradox isn't going as smooth as they would have liked to right now. There's still ample amount of utility for ISleep to go to whichever bomb site they want to, and a lot of time on the clock as well. It's going to be very interesting because look at the HP on these ISleep members. You've only got 30 on 100.
Exactly, and these scouts, these deagles, easy one taps, easy deagle 55 HP to the body. We'll be able to take these players out one shot. So this is very doable for Paradox, and it's a very, very big round if they can do it by 30. He's the main man you want to look at with that SG, the full HP, and he will be entering for them. Echo, can he do anything from the side?
And now we see how much more damage he's going to be able to find because Versa, he's got a scout in his hands now as well. 3 versus 3 HP advantage over towards the Paradox boys, but Ecol, he takes a little bit of a legging. HE grenade, only point of damage for ISleep bar these weapons is gone now, so I'm going to have to get in here. Ecol, I'd like to just see him sit here, pull out the pistol, and just try to deny the bomb. Time ticking away, smokes. We are going to see the ISleep boys start to creep. It's decoy, Noisia acting like a flashbang. And he's going to have to find the picks with the Krieg right now. It's actually going to be Herbs to deny that one. Jump shot on the shout. And he finds it.
That's it. No time for the bomb plan. Titan the 1v3. First, it's taking down with the Deagle Paradox. You called it. They were low, dirty, ended up getting picked with that SG 100 HP. Those scouts and Deagles, all low. They ended up picking them up one by one. That time was running against them. And ISleep, they've dropped the ball there with that round. Paradox are back in it with the Spire.
Scout power.
And the Deagle power, 100%. Even though it was a 5v3, Paradox had a great chance of winning that round. Just due to the lack of HP on the ISleep side.
Yeah, well, now we are going to see the purchase back from ISleep as well. It's going to be 4 Deegs and the Hail Mary Scout. Currently a little bit of damage exclaimed onto Dirty. And I think the feelers right now are going to be to try and get this rifle out of the hands of Versa as well. See what damage they can do with that. Because you look at the Scout, you look at the Galil, you look at the MP9. They're very situational right now in this round. You know, the Galil can put in as much damage as the M4 can technically, yes. But it is really going to be onto the ISleep boys to find early damage and to find these pickups as well, and then take the battle over towards Paradox for the remainder of this round.
They do have their bomb sites. They've all walked up scout and they've tagged up Badonka, who has that scout. But the only thing to know, ISleep, half of their players, or 4 of their players have armor, so these scouts won't be doing one-hit damages. Moe gets that pick onto Badonka, who they legged earlier in the round, and they have that cat control. What's the play here for Paradox?
I think they have to go for it at this point. They've got the money, they've invested in the kits and everything. It's actually looking like they are going to all tackle this one up through short as well. So this is going to be a very difficult retake, and you can't allow Moe to find the damage with the scout. You can see Ferg and Noisia pick up a couple of picks. Moe finds Versa in the end. Things just very much falling apart for Paradox on the exit of this round. Ecol's going to try and save the scout at the end of this, finds one, but that's all he's going to be able to do. The round goes over to ISleep, and they are the first team to find double digits.
Wow, that force buy ends up working out. Insane. Another reset. Paradox back on the back foot. No money in the bank. Badonka, sorry to call them out once again. 2-16. If they want a chance at bringing in their map pick, which it was Dust 2, they picked this. He really needs to step it up. But incredible job there from ISleep and Moe with those tags to lower those HP players on Paradox and ultimately win them the round.
And now with these pistols for Paradox, they're going to look for damage. They've actually forced in pretty much entirely behind this one as well. You can see Badonka, Versa, and Inno, $100 between them. You got Ecol saving you out to eventually get that AWP. However, it's all going to be about the little damage they can find in this round. The economy situation of ISleep, no matter who dies pretty much in this round, they'll be able to re-get a weapon in the next one. As long as, you know, they're all not starting to fall, like 3 players. If they survive with over 3, they'll be comfortable in the next round no matter what. So yeah, it is really going to be about the damage that Paradox can find in this round.
Yeah, that as well. Even if they can win this round, that would be amazing for them. That means they could mount the comeback, get a full buy-in, get some more on the map, and that's how you'd start it off. Echo with the 1 dig on Ferg, sorry. Dropping an AK and a full HP player. Giving him a man advantage by Echo, 15 HP. So a kill for 85 damage, I'll take it.
It's unfortunate that he can't reclaim the weapon as well, but the info now, ISleep revealing they want to take this over towards the A bomb site. Noisia holding off short for the long haul. If he peeks out, he's finding Eco, but he has to transition his aim behind him. He'll hear the footsteps, lucky enough to get the Molotov out and capitalizes on the frag. He does find one from beyond the grave. Claims to burn away Inno, but now it is going to be onto these pistols. A misstep from the CTs. Heard it from Badonka and Versa. He's been spotted out. The flashbang at C. Perfect flash from Tot. Now it's just down to Badonka, and with how he's been playing right now, I don't think he's going to be able to do this. It's even awkward in finding Dirty, who's looking the wrong way.
Wow. Paradox had a great chance of winning that round. If Inno did not die from that molly after killing Noisia, they would have had a great chance of winning that round, but that flash from Pit, from Tot in Pit, to flash the ramp player, I think it was Badonka, that really secured the round for them there. But yeah, if Inno didn't die to that molly, and if that flash didn't go through from Pit, Paradox would have had a really, really good solid shot at that retake. But nonetheless, Paradox, full eco here, and ISleep, full buys, 2 Kriegs, an AWP, and an AK. Looking very, very good going into this game, into the second half, sorry.
And you can see that there is a stacking of these pistols for Paradox over on that B bomb site right now. It's going to be very difficult to find something in this round if ISleep don't maneuver over to that B bomb site in the ending of this round. And if they, use that damaging utility to take away a couple of the HP on these Paradox players, it's going to be more difficult for them as well, because the rifles will just finish them off in almost 1 bullet, 2 bullets, which is very quick. So it's going to be all about, Paradox relying on these crossfires and catching ISleep off guard in this round. If ISleep play this, the way that a round like this should be played, if they gather it for the information, try to figure out what Paradox are employing in this round, they should be winning this one, no questions asked.
Yeah, without any damage as well, just keeping all 5 players alive, which it looks like they're going to do. The bomb is still down T-spawn though, which is a bit of an issue, but shouldn't affect them too much. Moe is going to hold that angle just in case. I love that from Thurg. He ends up getting the kill onto Inno, who's hiding behind the wall. Thurg, Moe was scoped up on that though at Xbox. Are they going to go for this B-bomb site though? It looks like they are. The bomb's going there. That's where the stack is. This could turn out very bad for ISleep. Toto with the entry onto Badonka. 3 players alive for Paradox.
And there's only Eco to find a single kill in the round as well, because with so many T's coming from the different angles, it's very difficult for the Paradox guys to actually handle that much with just the pistols. So at least good to see they get 1 pick in the end. Eco can get a little bit of this utility behind the AWP, but I think at this point in time, if Paradox don't find this round, it's probably going to be the game. ISleep, they've got that momentum, they've got the money behind their weaponry right now as well, so it is really going to be on them. Paradox finding a bit of the openers, the pop flash out through long. That's where the T's are already out in full play.
So beautiful flash there, takes out Versa, back turn to him, the flash off the wall goes through the smoke. That's how you do it. Moe did spot the crosshair to A, and they're actually just going to gun it up to A long here. The bomb's already crossed, smoke's down, Moe's in the short, Noy just spamming. Bit of damage from Badonka though, so this is looking really good. Dirty man. Takes down Badonka through the smoke, 5v3, and it looks like a Paradox save here for sure.
Yeah, you'd think at this point in time, you're not even really shooting out bullets from your own weapons, right? We did see that Versa was found out along with his back turned, but Badonka threw a smoke there. That really just has to play with the mindset of Paradox. They can't even get into this game right now in their map pick. It feels that, you'd usually see the CT side of your map pick go a bit better for you, but not really the case for Paradox right now.
But like I said, Dirty and Noisia, 21 frags apiece. That is 42 kills combined at round 21. So, like we said pre-game, if they were to pop off, including Tot not exactly popping off 12 and 12 utilities, full player, but Noisia and Dirty doing the main amount of work, that's what's pulling ISleep through this T side, and just, unfortunately for Badonka, not really got into this one. Also, a bit of a downfall for them. It just attributes to the whole ISleep carnage of the T side.
Yeah, and they do force up behind this one, Paradox, so they're really going to be invested to try and find something right now. Rely on that AWP of Eco pretty much out through long to find a pick here. There is going to be Tot going over towards long right now, but already out through mid to B. Interesting. This is a very confusing round in terms of what information both teams can kind of gather right now. You've got the T's pushing out through mid B. You've got a catwalk aggression from Paradox. Finally, the T's are finding out toward this B bomb site. Herbs will be spot out. Missed opportunity onto Dirty as well, and he'll be falling because of it. Smoked out. Moe's through the smoke. What is actually happening in this round? This is just absolute confusion.
It was a complete change-up from the ISleep team that I do not agree with. They went for that fast mid to be split for no particular reason when Paradox went force fire and Moe with another AWP shot. It's all left on to Badonka with that MP9. Dirty's already scoped up with the SG backside. He's going to be decapitated, but no! He whiffs 2 HP. Moe with the AWP. He's got the molly though.
And the single tick would find Badonka in the end with that molly as well. Moe, he just has to play this one. He knows that he has to wait for the flames to extinguish, and then only then Badonka could find it. But the ragdoll goes through the doors, and Moe finds out the round. Closure, 14 on the board for ISleep, and Paradox, they choose to buy here. The money isn't the best in the world, because Versa and Herbs, they can't get rifles.
I reckon they buy here 100%. They want to play for overtime, unless they want to Salama, which looks like they're going to do. And hopefully, so give them a 50% chance of winning this round with a half buy. And then if they lose this round, they have a full buy just to take it overtime. But a lot to analyze in that last round. 100%. Getting legged through the wall with that scout by Moe. But yeah, I do not like that switch up from ISleep. The fast win to be. It especially considering Paradox did not have the money for a full buy. Oh my god, Badonka has just taken down Moe at spawn, and it is complete carnage here at A1.
I don't want to spell E-code, but it is starting to line up for that right now with the, well, it was the two-man advantage that Paradox did have, as Tot finds one through the smoke, quite low as well. The Kriegs can certainly still find out the damage for ISleep, and the good thing going for ISleep right now is they've got a comfortable advantage as well. They got a lot of rounds padding in case something does go awry like this situation right now, but they will be hammering back over towards the A site. A little bit of utility to still deploy. Flames on the floor. They could throw one over towards elevator, which they will do. Most likely going to be falling just to this. Herbs swing, and that's just very unfortunate. I think that Tot found a bullet onto Inno there as well. That's fine. The flames took him out for 1 point of damage. Noja. Not expecting the flank from Badonka, but that's where Badonka did find a pick from previously, So finding him in the end, very calm for ISleep, and they find round number 15.
Paradox just let that slip through their fingers. That Molotov from ISleep, perfect, perfecto. Takes out the molly, the double peak from CT ramp, gets those 2 kills, and they end up bringing that round back despite it being that 5v3 and Moe dying in spawn.
And you hate to see that at this point in time as well. If that was a frag, it would have been a little bit better for Paradox. That's a good amount of damage from a HE grenade, but isn't enough because Herbs is found looking the wrong way. Tot for the opener. I did mention Tot in the pre-game to find the big rifle plays. He's going to be finding 100% accuracy through the door as well. You've got to be a little bit butthurt with that one. The bomb going down for ISleep in the 5 versus 3. You know that Paradox have to go for this one right now. There is, a couple of these players on ISleep that are low. Versa will be finding Ferg, a bit of an opportunity peeking out the window for Tot. Does he choose to re-aggress through this one though? Sit up on top of the hay stack. See what he might be able to find. Noisia at the big box. Swing if need to be. Things are definitely falling apart for the CTs trying to get in. Inco reveals himself. AWP is not the weapon you want to do in a retake, and that will be the closure. Noisia to find Luke. 16-8. Will be the final scoreline of Paradox's map pick going the way of ISleep.
My goodness, what a game. Noisia 27 and 11. On the other side though, on the flip side, Badonka 6 and 22. Didn't really get into that game. Hopefully for Nuke, he can go big. But interesting that Paradox, they had so many rounds on those half buys where they could have done something. ISleep switched up on that T side a couple of rounds where they nearly lost the round, especially running into that B eco stack. It was all over the place on that T side, but ISleep just way too strong running away for that one. And even Tot there coming through B tunnel on that 1v2 at 14-8, where Dirty was posted up behind the site with the SG tagging down 2 HP. That was nearly a clutch there as well. Just another round slipping through their hands. So Paradox just missed out on making that a close game, even pulling it their way. But nonetheless, we're going over to Nuke.
Yep, so as you just mentioned, Nuke will be the next game. Guys, make sure you don't go anywhere. We're going to go for a little tatting of a short break. So about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Then we'll be back for ISleep's map pick of Nuke. Where currently they are 1-0 up. Probably not the predictions from a bunch of people. It certainly wasn't my prediction for that one to go over to the way of ISleep, but it is what it is. Let's see if Paradox can win Nuke and then send us into Inferno, the map 3. But guys, my name's Komodo. Joining me tonight is Jabbo, and we'll be back in a few moments' time. So don't go too far.
Paradox, if I'm correct. So it's going to be fairly interesting, to say the least, what happens here. But yeah, I think the way ISleep played that map out, the way they were playing as a unit, and just taking everything just safely, just getting map information, trading each other out, beautiful util usage, beautiful economic decisions. It's looking real good for them to take this one and then move further into the bracket of the LPL Pro.
Yeah, well, as we do start to get underway on New, we are seeing ISleep, their map pick of choice, starting on the T side. You got Paradox on the CT side, of course. There's information already spotted out down towards ramp. You know, trying to see if he can line up Noisia while the rest of the ISleep boys are setting up towards the A bomb site. Nerves up in Mustang will be taken care of quite nicely. Versa on a return as well. It's going to be buying time for the CTs to try and get into this site. They've overlooked Badonka, but Ecol's going to be stealing the frag away. The bomb can go down for ISleep right now, which they have done, but it's all down to Versa in a 1 versus 3. He's down 2 on the board. His information, his position rather, has been known, so it's only going to be a matter of time before Dirty and Noisia look to swing at the same time. But Versa, he will catch Noisia. But Dirty on for the instant denial, and ISleep, they pick up the pistol round.
Versa, they had a perfect chance. Oh, sorry, Versa had a perfect chance of winning that round. Dirty just had that quick wide swing in the headshot. One missed shot from Dirty and Versa would have hit that flick, and Paradox would be with that pistol on the CT side. But you always love to see that T side pistol come out, because new T side is obviously a really hard thing to grasp, so to say.
Yes, indeed. I will agree with you on that one. But if you can get the ball rolling with a bit of the utility, a bit of the plays, and catch your CTs off guard, well, you can certainly go on for the good collection of rounds on the T side. That's exactly what ISleep are going to be wanting to do right now. Ferg through the smoke, gets a little bit of a tap from the Deagles. He gets finished off by Versa in the end. So a good opening frag for Paradox. It's going to be a little bit interesting to see if Tot can sneak down through. He should be able to, but the split to come out for ISleep. Do they choose to go down to B, or do they choose to sell a little bit of a ruse over here and go up towards A? It's going to be a little bit of time to tell, because Eco, he's got to be on his mind that there is someone crept down towards Secret, but then he's sort of still picking together that there might be something up on top of Silo.
I'm liking this from Versa. 4-1 already. He had that 2 or 3k on the pistol round, and he's just gotten that first kill through the smoke, while Ferg was trying to cross the outers down to Secret, where Tot is currently. So Versa looking great on this map already, which is good signs for the Paradox team, especially since being one man up on this this force buyer. Let's see if they can make it work. Tot about to have a duel here with Badonka. Bang! Perfect shot from Badonka, who had a terrible game last game. Looking better this game already with that one dig, I can say that for sure.
Yeah, well, now it's ISleep. Two man down. He's going to capitalize on something. It takes 2 of them to find the pick onto Versa in the end. Less than 30 seconds to go down. It's now going to be 20 if they want to get the bomb down planted as well. But Onka picking up the Galil. Might expect him to just stay around a little bit. Ecol's getting in for a flank. Eventually, ISleep, they need to get into this bomb site if they still want to play this round. 10 seconds if they find any CT presence here. It's most likely just going to spell disaster. They're waiting for the flank to come out through heaven. Ecol just go through the smoke here. See if he can deny the bomb from going down. He's going to find the 1D onto Noise Jar, but he's burning in his place. The bomb does get planted nicely by ISleep in the end. Still, it's going to be tricky for them to hold off this bomb site. They need to find a couple of these early picks. The info's been heard out by Ecol because Moe did drop straight in towards the crosshairs. But how's Moe find that frag? Ecol, unfortunate. They now know where Badonka, and Badonka are. It's 1 versus 1. It's awkward and Dirty clutches it. ISleep potentially around. They shouldn't have been gathering. It goes over towards them.
15 seconds remaining. Lucky that player in heaven. Otherwise, that round was done for with that 4v3. Badonka with that early kill onto, I think it was Tot in low with that 1 dig. And then that player, Echo, just lurking in hut. Somehow didn't kill Moe in hut. But my gosh, another round slipping from the hands of Paradox. Once again, you hate to see it.
Now we're looking like we want to go straight in towards a bit of the play. Ferg in the outers. We'll be spotting out a little bit of the CT presence. Versa having a HE grenade absolutely donked on toward him. Now, it's just going to be the question for Paradox. Can you find some damage right now? Can you see if you can take away one of these AKs, one of the Krieg off of Noisia? Potentially, the stack could have been the play, but it's not going to really be what we're seeing for Paradox right now. They've got a couple of players over towards the A site with quick rotation from Badonka out and through Annex, but ISleep starting to piece something together because they do have a little bit of a lurking ranger of Tot already down on the B bomb site.
Yeah, I like that from Moe. He just mollied squeaky door and vent just so they can't drop. Tot is going to find that kill onto Echo, and that basically solidifies the round. They're already down on B bomb site. They have ramp full control. Moe did molly that that vent to stop anyone from rotating under. Smoke goes down for decon door, the bomb is planted, and it looks like a done round here for ISleep. Paradox just going to group up and try and get a couple of these pistols out of the hands of players from ISleep.
That's what they're going to be able to do right now, really. See what damage they can find with these pistols, as we've already touched upon. A perfect spray transfer from Dirty as he finds out 3 in the end, 2 for that transfer, and well, Tot will find Inno on the closure. Good form from ISleep to find round number 3 on the board, but now finally we will be getting this purchase to come out from the boys on Paradox, but will they be able to find a couple of these picks? It is definitely what they need to.
Exactly. Dirty 7-0 with that 3k spray down. Held mouse 1, perfect control. He's looking sharp going into this game. Also Versa, looking good as well. So this is it. The main fire round. This is what you want to see. This is where it all comes down to. This is how all maps start off. This first fire round after that 3-0.
Herbs, he'll already be losing his teammate in Badonka. He can find something. It's a big battle as he's taken down to 13 HP. Instantly puts the rest as well. Methodical action from ISleep just straight in towards this A bomb site. There's an upgrade for Versa to that AK-47, but they're already hard pressed to try and go for this retake right now. A little bit more utility is still deployable for ISleep. You've got Ferg with the flames still to play with as well. You can see Versa shaking his crosshair. Not happy with the closing of this round. Not expecting that ISleep potentially could just go fast, but I love that play from them as well. I always love that when you know that your opponents are going to get that big first rifle round in it, just take it straight fast in towards one of these bomb sites. They don't know what you've got planned on your rifles. Keep them guessing.
Especially since they had that AWP outer as well, you know? Just completely have that guy isolated and just attack that. I know ISleep specifically have a great A execute, and that's what they used, and isolated by smoking, isolated the AWP outer by smoking Annex, and basically just molly top of hut. Came out Swiggy, came out hut, mollied heaven, mollied, and then smoked the molly, and it was just done deal from there on from ISleep.
Yeah, well, you're seeing Ferg currently with Inno, the only two players in the server without a single pick in the game just yet, but hopefully that does change on over. We still got Moe on that AWP, which is great to see, but now is definitely going to be the time for Paradox to potentially find something still, because there's a disconnection for the boys. It seems like Dust 2, they were in the high hopes in the, the first bit of the half, taking it neck and neck, but then they lost it on the next side, and that was the CT side where they face right now on Nuke.
I feel like with Paradox, there's just something a little missing. Just, oh, Ferg with the one tap. True to Versa. Oh my god. Like, Ferg, what a shot. But yeah, I just feel like for Paradox, it's just something they're missing. Just something little that can bring these boys together and then just start stringing rounds together. Maybe it's just the lack of Badonga with the trade there on the Ferg. Great stuff. But I feel like it's just maybe because Versa's just been brought in. They don't really have that chemistry of playing together, but they are looking solid regardless. They just are missing one little thing, I feel.
Well, this is technically on the line for these teams right now, because the loser will be staying at home, as all of you should be as well. But they will be no longer in contention for the grand final for the plays in this LPL series. So once again, we are looking to investigate over towards ISleep in the A side of things. A good picking from Ecol, but that's information gained for the ISleep boys. 13 HP. Like to see a pre-fire come out right now, because he will be finding Inno, and that makes things all the more trickier for Ecol, because he's facing up against top. We've seen how sharp he is today. We've seen how on point he is, and little by little, he'll be creeping around to the head, but it's been rendered out. It's been revealed. Ecol trying to get into the engagement. The free fire out. He finds it as well. A 4K from Luke, and that'll be Paradox finding their first round on the board on the CT side.
Echo with the 4K, 2-1 digs, got that SG, picked up the AWP kill, picked up the kill with the AWPer, on the AWPer, Moe in Swiggy, and ends that round there with the SG headshot. Beautiful stuff there. ISleep sort of dropping the ball there, pushing ramp with two players, Paradox sitting there, and Echo sort of just farmed them up because they'll focus on that player that was deep ramp, I think was the, that was sitting there. But yeah, ISleep, although they have the economy, shouldn't have been around they won, but although that lets Paradox right back into this game.
Yeah, well, you say right back into this game, they're needing to be finding this round right now, because it is a force up by ISleep. They have the money in the back pocket. They got a lot of utility, so not really a force. It's a very comfortable purchase. There has been a little bit of an exchange in the early stages, but at least for Paradox, there's no rush coming forward to them. No members of their lineup currently already in the grave. So good to see in that regard. But it's now going to be about the brain power of Versa, I guess, to maneuver his team, see if they can find some picks, and then the individual play from the Paradox boys to kind of step up and find the picks where need be.
I say bring them back into this game after winning that round, only because of ISleep's economy. If you look at it, they have no money, and if they get reset right here, they're going, Paradox are going to have a great, going to start building a lead up with their economy and rounds, because ISleep, their bank is a complete 0-0 right now. So really, ISleep, if they want to continue their T-side run, they need to continue here with less deaths and more kills. But Paradox, same for them. They need to really pick it up, and they win this round, they'll get a free eco, and they can even up to 4-4.
Well, the utility's all gone out as well. Top baiting out a shot from Ecol on the AWP. They know where he is. They normally know that there will be another player out through Outers if you've got your AWP playing on through Heavens. So in finding that pick onto Versa right now, they have a window of opportunity to get up on top of them. And Ecol, he switched his weapon at the wrong time there as well. You could see it, go ragdoll body underneath him. So big pick from Ferg. Things just falling apart for Paradox, but only 10 seconds left on the clock. Big frag for Noisia to find Herbs, because now they can safely get that bomb planted. But Onka and Inno most likely on for the save.
100%. Oh my god, ISleep, that outer execute, pushing under heaven through hell. Versa and Echo had that crossfire set up, and Tot, beautiful map awareness, cleared his angle, took out Versa, which was unfortunate, opened up that outer CT side for ISleep. And Echo got caught out switching his weapons by Ferg, and that was basically the done deal right there. ISleep reset the CTs, and it's not looking good for Paradox on their CT side at all.
No, not so ever. You know, they'll have lost bonus money still coming into their back pocket. Ecol's on a comfortable amount of money as well, but you know,
no.
falling on the closing of this round as well is something that you don't want to see.
Oh. Okay, with those 2 kills, they can buy now. But if he didn't die, he could have dropped and they would have had a beautiful buy, just to say. And then they could have reset ISleep in this round. But let's see what happens with these buys. We got 1 AWP here on Moe, 2 Creeks and 2 AKs, full util for the ISleep team. And Paradox, they're right back in it. They did end up dropping some weapons. They got 2 AUGs, 2 M4s, and the AWP on Echo. Limited util, but looks like ISleep, they want to go towards the bomb side again. Just put a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, they want to return a lot of the utility that Paradox might have right now. They know that they're going to be very scarce on the utility. So if any utility they can draw out right now is 100% going great for ISleep. You know, there's what you look at the utility for Paradox right now. They got a single incendiary for Versa. That's the only damaging amount of utility. Eco finding that pick is actually really big for Paradox because that's 1 player down.
Bit stagnant here in the map now. Smoke from Annex, from Noisia, or Tot, sorry. Where are they going to take this one? Looks like Tot is just playing with this outer bomb site. They have Annex on lock. Dirty's going to get the bomb, 55 seconds remaining. So they're just trying to make their mind up to see where the players are and where to go. Moe's going to try and find a pick with this AWP, but Badonka, he's lurking beyond the shadows, right beside him. Moe's going to get spotted out, the AWP through the wall. Burster, they take the same amount of damage. And seemingly Tot just disappears.
Yeah, well now it's going to be on a little bit of the info cues for Paradox to see where ISleep wants to end it. We can see through X-Ray that it's definitely going to be over towards this A-bomb side Eco. Second pick in the round, he will be finishing off versus frag that he should have been finding earlier on. There's no flames going over towards old vent, but down the new vent, you know, the current vent that's still playing, you know, he catches the both of them. The bomb's down. That's the round done and dusted. A quick little pickings for, you know, when he was looking to flank back over. Lucky he gets his gun out in time.
Perfect play there, dropping vent. I don't know why he dropped vent. I didn't really see, but he was in the perfect spot, perfect time. Moe saving that AWP, and Paradox, this is it. They've got 4 players alive. They can drop Versa. They have the AWP and the Krieg. This is it. It's their time to shine. And look at the money for ISleep. Pistol, they're going to force up behind that AWP? Yes, they are. Dirty with the SG and the AWP on Moe.
Let's see what they're going to be able to do now, hey?
This is it. This is do or die here for Paradox. They need to start stringing rounds together right now, right here. But it looks like an early A drop for ISleep. The utility is out. 3 plays in Annex. Oh, Ferg. Taking down Moe from that AWP. Molly's everywhere on this A site. They've just dumped all their util. Look at ISleep's utility. Absolutely nothing. And now to the ramp burst. They faked A out completely. Had 3 players of Paradox in Annex. And now they got ramp for free. Echo though is watching this. They have 2 players. They also have Versa here with the SG. Are they going to drop or what's the plan here?
I think they're going to be looking for it. I would say the CTs have been very pushed out of even, you know, the A bomb site right now, seeing if they can find something over at B. The plant to go in the open for Dirty. Decon door is smoked on out. It's very interesting where he actually is looking to run around in the end of it. Doors open, info revealed. Now it's going to be onto the ISleep guys to see what can they hold off on this bomb site. Interesting for Ferg to try and escape. A little bit of ambitious play with a Tech 9, looking to hold off the bomb site. That's better from Moe finding, you know, and well, Badonka's already been known, so looked after. The ISleep guys on their course, very looking to hold off on this round. 2 versus 1 now in favor of the T's, but very quickly brought back Herbs. He doesn't have a smoke. He's got that kit. He needs to bait out the presence from Tot. Tot's peeking on the other side, so Herbs has that info, but trying to stick it through. His butt's peeking out, and Tot will find a headshot nonetheless. ISleep, number 6 on the board.
And that is the reset for Paradox, straight back to ground zero, basically. No money in the bank besides Echo and Badonka. Actually, RBZ has a little bit of money, and Versa could force up the Famous, but ISleep, perfect. I'm going to analyze what they just did. They did a full A execute, faked it completely, and then they did a ramp burst, dropped down to lower, had complete lower control, and that basically just shut off the whole entire map rotation. Oh, Badonka.
I guess a needed pick to start things off. Instantly put 6 feet under from Dirty. There's clicks in the chat. Of course, on our one, we have the chat off just in case. The boys can say what they want in the game, but...
It wasn't NS. It was a nice shot.
There we go. Always like to see the respect in the game, but... I guess, you know, Ferg will be catching Inno off guard. It is just these pistols, as we are seeing on the Paradox lineup. Ecol, you know, having a bit of a wilding time right now. I think he's got to be I think he's got to be a little... I don't want to say upset, but I think he's got to be... I think he would be a little bit upset by the performance of Paradox right now. You know, their map pick, they're off to a great start in Dust 2. Now it's just going downhill. They almost need to call a hard timeout and try to reset.
Oh my god.
Herbs, his gun peeks out. His gun peeks out the door. You know, that's Herbs probably like, okay. How'd he see me? Gun out the door. All right, fine. They know where Ecol is on the back of this.
You sound at 80%. You just start getting wall banged, headshotted, dinged through the wall. I'd be shitting myself. But yeah, Echo would be absolutely upset because he's what 10 and 6. Most of those kills have been with the AWP. Entry fragging with the AWP on the amount of opening kills he's had is insane. And that last round where they were on that eco or the half force fire was where he got that kill on Ferg. They just really didn't work out for him. So Echo would be pretty upset.
Yeah, well now ISleep on the purchase, of course, going to be seeing the one come out for the Paradox boys, but now it's really just going to be, you know, can they find everything right now? Can the CT start to bring this game back? Because it is their map that they need to bring back. The choice of ISleep. They lose this one. That's ISleep already winning out the half on the T side of a nuke. Something that you don't see every day, especially when the CTs don't even have any rounds behind them.
Yeah, we talked about this ISleep's experience on this map, especially those overtimes. They've won this map a couple of times, the overtimes with Chiefs. And just the way they played on Dust 2, it looks like they'd come into this game with good form, but we were hoping Badonk would step it up, and Versa had a great start on the CT side of this map, but to no avail. Paradox, only 2 rounds here. They need this map. They need this round.
Yeah, well, the utility is going to be set up for ISleep, make their engagements out through outers. It's going to be an interesting play to see if they want to go down towards A or down towards B. It's the garage smoke and the wall of smokes, I'd say, coming out in towards the annex. There's a little bit of a gap that Ecol could capitalize upon, but looking to settle down, maybe a bit of early info that there actually isn't any one of the ISleep guys coming out into that position, so time will tell. 45 seconds. Enough time on the clock for ISleep to still get out into this bomb side of A, go down to B if they want, because Tot's going to be opening up onto Versa, and it is going to be the ladder play that I mentioned, down towards B. There's a TK though. Dirty finds Ferg.
Moe will he get this kill though? He does. RPZ just walks through the smoke. 4v2 here for the Paradox boys. The bomb is on the lower bomb side. Ooh, Moe missed AWP shots here between him and Echo. I thought that was RPZ, but no. Inno gets taken down, and Moe's just going to hold him away while Top flanks them. Echo drops the AWP, and ISleep. Another round on the board for them. Perfect stuff.
Yeah, once again, the money is pretty despair for Paradox right now. Heads in hands moment. ISleep, 8 on the board.
At this point, I would be calling a tactical timeout if I was Paradox. They have their coach in the server. You know, they didn't just lose their map pick. Maybe they talked in between the maps, but you're down 2-8, and this is for elimination. What's the plan here? Are you just going to freeball it and try to work it out on the fly, or are you going to take a timeout and you let your coach have input? We will see, but Dirty going to take that gunfight against pistols here at ramp.
I think if you're Paradox right now, I would like to see a rush on these pistols. Inno does manage to find the pick after Dirty. Dirty probably shouldn't have been re-peeking there. A sound few, noise off. Here's where Herbs is. Falls back, but yeah.
He was 13-4, I'd be doing the same thing, ego peeking, but it didn't work out. Berg, nice flash, double kill with the flick onto Badonka. Amazing shot there, and really brings it back into swing for things for ISleep. Can he get served? No. Versa with the body shot. It's on for Paradox now. They actually have a chance in this round.
I just want to say the Krieg is broken. I don't know if anyone knows that, but yeah, Krieg's kind of broken.
CSGO, please fix Krieg.
Yeah, well, 50 seconds on the clock. Inno on the orb. Currently got Herbs creeping out through Annex. He's hiding in the little corner right now. Versa is going to be spotting out the side for a little bit of added security, but as Herbs does fall, can Versa find something? Nope. Put 6 feet under by Moe. This is just better. This is what you like to see from ISleep. Not really faltering against the pistols, but on the AUG. But he finds something here. Technically, he's looking to come eventually over towards the bomb site of A. He's in through Annex. It'll be spotted out eventually. Moe to swing, Tot to swing as well. But missed timing, unfortunate timing. The bomb can go down. He'll have the information queue, but does he just save the AUG at this point? It's not going to be the greatest buy in the world for Paradox next, so he may as well.
Yeah, they can buy next round, especially with this AUG. I would have loved to see him take that gunfight. I think that he realized he had no armor. But if he scoped up crouched Annex and scoped up a Heaven with all three there, a couple of headshots with that AUG scoped up, he could have definitely swung that round into his favor. But definitely the more smart decision to save this AUG and buy the next round and maybe try and swing it back to a 6-9 and go off on the T side. But ISleep completely running away with it. Just the experience on this map and the squad is looking phenomenal.
Yeah, well, the bomb's going to explode. ISleep, they are going to get round number 9 on the board on the T side, of course. It's not every day that you see big numbers like this, so take it for what it is. They'll be very happy. But yeah, now it's going to be going over towards Paradox to see can they bring something back.
They need to bring something back here. This is it. This is the elimination of LPL Pro. Someone here is being eliminated from the bracket tonight. And it's looking like Paradox if they don't change their ways.
Well, the double AWP setup, we see how powerful it is. We see what it can do, but can it do something now for the CTs? One of which is going to be over toward the ramp in Ino's possession. And of course, in the safe hands of X-Kom floating about as well. I like that ISleep aren't taking this one fast. They know the purchase situation of Paradox. They know that they've got to be sweating in their boots right now. Take it slow. Put out the feelers, put out the simmers. See if Paradox get very hungry, very, aggressive, because it is the time for Paradox to slip up, They're in a massive deficit in this map pick. They're already 1-0 down, so it's going to be on to them to try and do something. ISleep, they don't need to do anything spectacular right now. Play the defaults, play off the picks. That'll close out the half.
Exactly that, and just let it play out, because it's all on to Paradox to make the mistakes. ISleep just stick to the game plan, and it really should be that round unless these orbs, if Ino and Echo can provide some use. But looks like out of smokes for ISleep, just in case.
Smokes are starting to come all through the map. You can see the outer smokes, and then the walk through the smokes as well eventually from ISleep.
But Donker and Lower did just smoke off Secret, so if they do decide to walk down the 35 seconds left, that smoke is down, and it's going to provide a little bit of trouble for ISleep. But they've actually gone for Annex here. They've fought off Echo. Echo's gone the shot off on the Ferg. One Heaven, double kill. Versa takes out Tot, and Echo takes out Ferg. 25 seconds remaining, the bomb is down. This is not looking good for ISleep at all.
Yeah, say 20 seconds. X-Kom finding Dirty. That's going to be the round done and dusted. Noisia, Moe, not going to be able to bring anything back. They're not even really near the bomb. If you look at Noisia right now, so it's all going to be about the exit frags that they may find. The damage, not the case. Both of them shut down. That's a third round on the board for Paradox, although they're going to be coming up against a purchase for ISleep once again. Ferg's going to ask for a drop. He's going to plea for it.
Like I said, that Echo with that AWP, 3k, did some damage, and they won the round because of it. Perfect stuff there, and that's what's going to bring him back to this game. His impact on that AWP, ramp, always fighting Dirty. If he can get that pick as well, that's going to work out well. If you notice, Dirty always throws that molly in the flash at ramp, and he's always scoped up, so that's the same duel every single round. But besides that, Paradox, if they win this round and break the economy of ISleep, we could be seeing a 6-9 half here.
Yeah, I think in this point in time as well, we'll be seeing a purchase for ISleep in the next round, regardless of how this one closes. If Noisia, Moe, and Tot have comfortable amount of money still here, any picks would be great. Ferg and Dirty, potentially just down to some pistols, opt for a bit of a rush down through ramp. I'd say that would be the play if they do lose this one, but yeah, they are very stationed on this T side right now. They are very deployable in where they want to throw all their utility. So we'll see how they're going to be flexing in this round. The AWPs are still present for Paradox. A minute will tick on over, and ISleep there looking to go toward their inevitable bomb site choice of A.
Just like you were explaining before about Paradox making mistakes and getting aggressive, Dirty was holding that ramp push just in case Ino was walking up with that AWP. Just looking for the mistakes to be made for Paradox. But it looks like they're going to come out A here. 45 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, they've overlooked Herb sitting up on top of the Mustang rafters, although they are starting to explode out in towards the bomb site. They've got enough time to reseat the bomb as well. So up through heaven will be one CT, but Onka coming out to the vent. Actually, Molotov will force him up. That's going to be Herb. That's going to be seen. Lucky enough, he finds the first pick onto the top. He will get a returning as well. So the man advantage still in favor of ISleep. Extends it as Moe flank. Now it's just down to Ecal. They know he's the AWP player. If he's already scoped in, that would have been heard by Noisia. ISleep are going to find double digits here. It's going to be on an Ecal to save the AWP.
Big shot there on Tomoe though, good damage. I don't think he has a chance of winning this round unless he can pull off some amazing stuff. Nope, Noisia in the corner, ends up taking them out. 10-3 for ISleep, but the money on the Paradox they can rebuy. They need a 10-5. They need it.
Yes, they very do indeed. It's going to be the best opportunity for them to try and, I guess, glimmer a little bit of shining hope into the next half, but we'll see. We will definitely see. They've got their purchase to do so right now. It's the 14th round, so after this one, we'll see a buy from both teams regardless. It's just whether or not it'll be a great buy or whether or not it'll be a mediocre one. You know what's not mediocre? Moe opening up onto Versa.
Not what you want to see. Echo though, this is his time to shine for the orb. Looks like he's going to go secret. Oh, RBZ actually takes the aggression instead. Gets that man advantage back on the top. Echo is going to look for another orb pick just to get that man advantage. They really need to start dominating this map, marking their stamp, onto ISleep, putting dominance and pressure on ISleep, shutting them down, getting these rounds on the CT side, and showing them we're here to play, we're here to stay.
It's just going to be a little slow-placed information gathering round once again for ISleep to see if they can recover their lost member. They've got the utility definitely to do so. We're only seeing Ecal with utility over on the Paradox side, and he's the member with the boomstick as well. So he'll be scoped in most of the time, see if he can get a pick, fall back from tons as well. So 50 seconds. Utility being pulled out for ISleep, out through towards Secret, Squeaky Door rather they go, burning away Zerbs. He finds one onto Noisia, lucky still to play in the fights. Moe's down to 12 HP. It might be on for a little bit of a big reset for ISleep. They're already moving over in towards ramp, and an off angle from Inno. He sits two of them down, and now just down to Moe. Good form from Paradox.
Oh, RBZ definitely did not need to peek that, but regardless, they do need that money for this last round so they can make it a 5-10 half. Inno is going to get this kill onto Moe. Another headshot, 3k for him. Gets the SG just for his benefits, his hard work. And 4-10 here for Paradox. They can buy up, drops all over. The money for ISleep, not too good. I feel like they're going to do that A-execute. They're either going to A-execute here, or they're going to do the A-execute to ramp rush. But Paradox, it's all on them for this round. Echo with the AWP again. They have an SG up and an AK. Let's see what they do.
Let's see what they do indeed. It is looking like a rush for ISleep down through towards vents. They've got the bomb down there with the pistols. That's the cue, but they've got no added bonus of rifles to back it up. Tapping away is Inno on the Krieg. That is the worst Krieg spray I have ever seen. And that's opened up a bit of an opportunity for ISleep to get the bomb down now, and it's causing a little bit of confusion because with only having two members down on the bomb site itself, ISleep can capitalize on that, and they can try and find the rotating players of the CTs just like that. Dirty dropping Badonka, absolutely destroying his face, and now it's just going to be onto the hold for ISleep. Herb's coming down the vent. Ecol's already on the bomb. Don't tell me he's going to get an ninja defuse down here. The flames have pushed him off it. Fergal put him in his grave, and it looked like they might have been able to get that away, but the late flank from Dirty will find Versa. This is just where the CTs will crumble, and Paradox, they're not going to be finding the fifth round that we would like to see. It's going to be an 11-4 halftime in favor of ISleep on that T side. That is very impressive.
Something you rarely see in AUCS. With Dirty's lurk there, 100% perfect way to play. He ends at half 16-7. Ends up with a total of 112 ADR, KD of 2.42. So he played amazingly on that T side, basically just ran through Paradox on that CT side. But that 3k just lurking in the radio area, got that kill onto ramp, got that kill onto Heart, and then ends up coming to kill the last guy, on the bomb. It's perfect all round from ISleep on that T side.
Yeah, well, the T-side perfection is what we need to see from Paradox this time, I dare say, because, if they don't find this pistol, it's going to be only 4 more rounds after the fact that ISleep will need to gather, and by the form that they've been showcasing to us tonight, they're definitely positioned to be able to find this one off very quickly and knock Paradox out of the bracketing system, but I digress. Paradox, they're looking to set up over towards this A-bomb site. The utility will be pulled eventually. Flashbangs you'd expect to go over as well. And here comes the execution hit.
first one. Todd gets a kill, trade out instantly, and that is all for the bomb site. Heaven is smoked. Noisia gets a kill, Echo gets a frag as well. RPZ, great lockout into Dirty there. It's a 3v2 for the Paradox boys. They've gone lower with the bomb.
I love that from Inno. Expecting a quick flank to come down through the vent. Maui caught off guard. He's got to be a little bit hurt by that, but nothing too big. They've spotted out the info onto Noisia now. They can come down onto the site, but Onka is going to tap him away. Eventually take the engagement because he knows he has the security of his teammates around him, but they'll be finishing him off in the end. Very, very crucial round that the Paradox will be finding.
I like that as well. Beautiful from Inno. Bedonka dropped down. Didn't end up taking that. They had that A-bomb site. They killed Tot. They traded them. Even though they got that kill onto RPZ, got that kill in outer, they still decided to U-turn and go lower and ultimately won them the round. But yeah, beautiful stuff there from Paradox to get them back on the board here and hopefully start stringing some rounds together on the T side. But
That's a couple of Kobe's.
Yes, a couple of nades, but in return, ISleep obviously forcing up.
A couple of Kobe's not going to be meeting their mark, which is, you know, a little bit unfortunate. ISleep, they have purchased up into this one. You know, burning.
That's
Miss Molotov. Yep. Moe hiding behind the blue box as well. This could be quite good. If this is overlooked, I mean, I wouldn't expect it, but you know, he's overlooked it. Does Bedonka check it? It's not looking to be it. No one's looking at it. This could be huge for Moe right now, or does he wait too long? There's the first one. They line up for him, but he misses it. I would have liked to see him just pull the pin a little bit earlier. Noisia, look at the legging. Out onto Eagle. He will know that as well, but Ferg, very close in tons. He'll be able to find someone. He's got his teammate here as well, and they're good for one in Tot. And Ferg, this is big damage being collected upon by ISleep. They will opt for the little retreat back to the bomb sites now, but damage done.
This is dicey, very dicey. Echo 36 HP. If he had 100 HP with this SG, I'd give the advantage to Paradox, even though they are down a player. But man, those crossfires and Moe, he did have two in his crosshairs lined up, but that flash kind of messed with him a little. But still got the one kill and tagged the other guy for 50, which is Echo. So good damage there from Moe. That Miss Molotov though, really pivotal for Paradox in this round.
Yeah, well, we say that Herbs has got a little bit of a flank. He's cleared a lot of these angles down through the tunnels, but he hasn't cleared the crucial angle of Decon. I mean, currently we are seeing Tot lie in wait. He's been very instrumental for ISleep on that rifle. Now with the pistol, he'll be hearing the info, communicated over the ISleep boys, and they're putting their utility onto the wrong place. They're going to go for the bomb down here, and through the doors, he blows on out. That's time. Does he have the bomb in his hands? He does, but he has to stick it, and that's just a round for ISleep. They know at that point the Paradox had taken way too long, and ISleep just resting on that one. They can safely have their heads in their beds, because they've got round number 12, the shutdown, onto Paradox's, I guess, first shining hope after something in this game, because they find the pistol, then they find nothing else.
I mean, you can't even fault Paradox for that. The Miss Molotov you can fault them for, but the crossfires from Ferg and Tot and Dirty, it was perfect. Moe hiding behind the blue box. That's how you want to play one of those anti-eco half force buy rounds on the CT side of Nuke, and they just showed it to us perfectly. Ended up working out for them. The time ran out for Paradox, and just they weren't able to get that bomb over the line. So Paradox, diminishing times here, looking very rough. Can they bring it back? Dirty goes to that chase stuff, and he ends up taking down though.
Well, it's some damage being done by Paradox right now. You know, down to 4 HP. Herbs is quite low as well.
No idea how Noisia didn't get that kill. You know, 4 HP, man of titanium. But Donker though, he is on watching the hut. There's someone on the roof. They've heard him. This is a free kill here on Ferg. There it is, Bedonka. He knew it, he heard it, he got the kill. A 3v2, Tot's in a perfect position here on the for the 1v2. One is low though. That's Eno, first kill. Eno 4 HP. One shot with that MP9 will end this round ultimately. And that nade, can it do it? No,
nope.
He's got out the way. Still chasing.
They've got the bomb as well. And
doesn't even care if he gets legged.
well, I guess at that point he knows that the bomb's down. They know that Herbs has to go for it here. He can only peek it in from a couple of angles. He is trying to clear everything. Noisia is currently looking to go down into the vent as well. Tot's smoking himself off. He's going to walk through it. Herbs does collect upon the bomb. Eventually, Noisia's going to fly up the ladder. And then they're going to go for this 2v1. Well, that actually gives him an opportunity now that the bomb's planted. He'll be finding out where Todd is. I'm expecting them to both peek it from a different angle at the same time. Noise is going to flashbang. It blinds Herbs completely. That's perfect flashbang, and the bomb can get defused comfortably for ISleep. But it's not the greatest rounds that either of these teams would have liked to come out with. Of course, ISleep especially winning out the round. They're taken down relatively low. Could have looked to go in the way of Paradox, especially when they found that pick over out and outers onto Ferg. That's when I kind of gave Paradox a little bit of a benefit of the doubt in this round. But ultimately, round over towards ISleep. Now they need 3 more to close this out. And there's not going to be a purchase for Paradox.
Yeah, probably some pistols armor here. They are on a double loss bonus, so... But yeah, big props to Tot. He hidden squeaky and got that double kill there, smoked off the bomb. RPZ was able to get that bomb, but unfortunately, if he was full HP, the last 2 remaining players on ISleep were low. He only had a UMP, but if he had full HP and didn't get flashed, there was a very big hope that he could have won that 1v2 behind those silos and A. But nonetheless, Paradox are on that eco. They don't decide to buy any armor. Just pistols. It's all on ISleep here. Just play their default and shut it down.
Yeah, well, as you say that, it's looking like Badonka might get shut down. He's starting to creep out through the squeaky door. You got Herbs in the hut as well. Is going to be good to start things off for us, actually. A pick that you would have probably liked to witness onto Moe, but nevertheless, it's a 4 versus 4 situation. HP advantage in terms of Paradox, weaponry advantage in terms of ISleep. We're just, looking to have a little bit of a rested round, a relaxing round right now for everyone that is currently alive. Creeping out the angles, clearing out the angles versus his way in towards Garage. He's got an AWP in his hand now. This is where things could get interesting. If he re-peeks over towards, any of these CT's positions, playing in from Hell, peeking in from A, it'd be great, but Ferg, T-Tours action. Can I get some T-Tours, please, guys? We're missing all the Ferg kills, and it would have been nice. It's just the eco frags versus able to find one in the end. But yeah, ISleep around you'd expect them to find.
The thing was there, Ferg on top of that boost, the first player that went in was Badonka, and he was the only player on Paradox that had armor, and he got taken out first. So Ferg was able to easily get those the last 2 kills, ultimately get that triple spray down. If Badonka was maybe the second or the third in, they could have traded him, got that gun with armor, and it would have been a bit more of a spicy round reversed with that open outer. But yeah, Ferg, awesome play there, 3k. Badonka went in first with that armor, didn't work out at all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, now is going to be, I think, the most crucial time for Paradox, would you say, Javo? They need to get this round to have any hope of winning out this, I guess, whole best of 3 right now. We've seen massive plays come out from ISleep. They now put themselves on 14. 1 more solidifies overtime. That's going to be 10 in a row that Paradox need to get, and it's not going to be A-buy whatsoever in the next round. I'm going to say that one. It'll be pistols at best. So in towards the A-bomb site, they're very reliant upon finding something here. Although Moe's going to be able to find the first one. A second one. Tot claims one as well. This is just not the way you want to see execute to go if you're Paradox right now. Tot, he finds another one. It's going to be on an E-Cull and a 1 versus 4. He's very capable of doing it. I am very surprised that Noisia opted to jump off the railings there, but yeah, as I say, that E-Cull is going to creep out that one. He finds it. This is workable. Oh, this is workable.
He has the molly as well. This is it. The bomb's right below him. He can go lower. I think Mo's predicting that he's going to go lower with that bomb. He's going ramp.
He's going to molly it, and then he's going to get the other molly and go plant. Well, he's baiting it out as well. So Ekelp doesn't exactly know where Moe's coming from. Moe is wrapping back through the ramp room right now. Does he choose to go back up through heaven? Does he choose to save? They know they have a lot of rounds behind them, and there's no AWP in the next round if Moe loses it.
Yeah,
so
and not a lot of money.
Oh, he's got an incendiary. He's got a HE grenade. If there was a smoke, he could do something here as well. But Ekelp, there's a flame toward his left. He's going to wait for Moe to give an indication of where he's coming from right now, because Moe's clearing these angles. He knows he has to drop down through the slide, and there it is. There was a smoke right behind him as well, actually. We just saw it when he dropped on through. But the incendiary, the fake plant, the defuse rather, Ekelp to swing, 4k on the board, and that's what we've been missing for Luke in this game. We know he is so powerful individually. It was just a little bit too late.
My hands are on my head right there. That fake defuse, the scope up. I've seen Moe do it in FPL many times. 1 millisecond extra if he had to click that, to click his mouse one, would have taken out Echo with the AWP and ultimately defused the bomb and won the round and put ISleep on 15. But Paradox, they live to see another day here with a full buy against a full eco against ISleep.
Yeah, now it is a, as you say, full eco for ISleep. This is what I was liking, I was wanting to see rather from Paradox, you know, a full stack. Come out in a single position, they can all really just crunch straight on towards your opponents. So we'll see if that is going to be the outcome. right now. It's just added damage for ISleep. See what they can muster over into the next round, where they do have a purchase. If they find something, Ferg is going to be very elevated. He will just try and get some damage away. Not going to be the case for CTs. They're going to be able to find a little bit of damage, a little bit of fragging power right now, but they ultimately should all be falling just down to dirty 7 points of health. Still in outers, you know, baiting out the teammates, not really finding anything bar that one single frag. Herbs will capitalize on the frag in the end, and then there's another round over towards the Paradox boys. They can repurchase what's been lost, what's been played within the previous round, but here we go. ISleep come out with their purchase, and are they going to, you know, are they going to find round number 15?
I have two questions. The one thing is, ISleep, if they lose this round here, they obviously eco, and Paradox will be on 9 rounds. I just feel, is Paradox caliber of their T side, is it up to the standards of ISleep's CT defense? That's what I want to know, and that's what's going to be answered in these following rounds. Can Paradox's T side hang with ISleep's CT side to come back and try and draw at a 16-14 or overtime? Otherwise, it's elimination time.
Well, they got to find 7 rounds in a row on the T side, which, you know, ISleep have done it, so why can't Paradox? Although I think ISleep have just been on more form tonight, better form, better mindset, better shooting, better everything in that. So this is definitely going to be a hit that Paradox need to find. So we'll see. Noisia on the back of the site. He's able to find the first one onto Inno. There is another player in here with Versa. He's got the bomb as well. He needs to find that pick. Moe though, great shot. He's still living in Tail as well. How is he allowed to find that pick onto Badonka? Ekal will find the trading over, but now it is just Luke, the last one alive. Dirty to finish him off in the end. That's what you don't want to see from a Paradox, trying to go in for a little bit of a rush with a bit of utility. That opened up opportunity for ISleep to deploy their own utility, and then it's just confusion in the bomb site. Paradox don't know where any of the ISleep boys are, and this is potentially now, you know, your final point.
I must say, I feel Moe must be the best AU CS player with the orb in heaven on Nuke. The amount of frags he's gotten on this map on CT side Nuke with that orb has been insane. He just got a 2k there. 2 rounds before that, he got another 2k. Ended up killing Ekal in that 1v1 with the orb, like when he was playing that silo. Insane AWPing there on the A side, just completely shutting down Paradox's T side. But yeah, do or die here for Paradox.
Yeah, Molly's going to be finding Badonka. Ekal gets legged up. We already saw Herbs legged up previously, trying to go down through outers, through the secret right now. Molly's been heard with that AWP. Inno for the swing. Inno not able to find it. How is he not hearing the scope, the quick scope, not expecting it? Things are just absolutely crumbling for Paradox. I think we have to call this one here. Potentially Jabbo. 5 versus 3. A minute on the clock. 2 players extremely low. ISleep just with, you know, an insurmountable amount of control. The brain power is very large right now, and you know, Paradox are on a very, very thin wire.
Noisia is about to get this frag onto RPZ. He's low for Versa. A slight chance, a slight slimmer of hope getting that kill onto top, which makes Noisia rotate. But there we go. Moe picks up that rotate there. Noisia, easy kill over onto Ekal, and this could be it. Moe scopes up.
And Moe finds it.
Indeed he does. That is it. Paradox. Unfortunate. Let it slip out their hands. ISleep. Beautiful 2 games